Good morning, everybody. I am JP the Outlaw, the voice that makes some moist, your favorite color commentator, here to give you my review of NXT Takeover New Orleans. And we had a hell of a fucking show, you guys. I'm not going to hold you. One of the reasons why I like doing this so much is because of the NXT brand. Me personally, I'm a fanatic. I will talk to anybody that will listen to me spill my part and how I would book this match or how I would do it or anything, just my opinion of what's going on in the ring. I appreciate all the fans I have, more so the fans on wrestling than me now. I tend to get a little bit more there, but me personally, this is where I'm at. Something I enjoy doing. I find a good joy in this, but not to hold you guys up. This show was effing phenomenal. Okay, just the camaraderie between Johnny and Gargano, not Johnny Gargano, good lord, Johnny wrestling and Tommaso Ciampa in that unsanctioned match. You really seen the emotions on both sides for being together for so long, traveling the road up and down, back and forth. The same when it came to the heel turn of Roderick Strong, which we'll talk about in a bit. You seen the emotion, the crowd reaction, how they were deeply invested into this particular character. And me personally, if you're telling any story, the characters have to be right. So let's start it off with the new NXT North American Championship ladder match, 6-man. Okay, and featured Adam Cole, Velveteen Dream, Killian Dane, Lars Sullivan, EC3, and Ricochet. This match was the bee's knees. This was literally what everybody tuned in for. I would have saved it, put it closer to maybe the second match, but I like what they did here. Of course, in my predictions, I was my three sleepers was Adam Cole, EC3, and Velveteen. I thought it was too soon for Velveteen. I wouldn't have gave it to Adam Cole because he's already in the match tonight, but I'll get to that in a little bit. Killian Dane, it's time for him to move up with Sanity. Lars Sullivan still needs work, and EC3 and Ricochet had just got there. My initial pick was EC3 though. Of course, my sleeper was Adam Cole. Now, the reason why I believe they went with Adam Cole, only because Adam Cole has been putting on a lot of spot fests for these guys. And technically, that's the crowd that NXT gravitates towards. And they normally, when doing all these spot fests within that match, just go back and look at that match. Great match. Not taking nothing from it. But it was a spot fucking festival. Super kick head, ladder hit head. I really like the interaction between Adam Cole and EC3. Love the booking of Velveteen. He didn't look weak. They had him come off looking strong. Still not too invested in the character, but I liked his performance, especially with the what is that? Suicide elbow drops from Velveteen. Shades of the late, great Randy Savage. So, always a stiffler for the classics. Adam Cole, phenomenal performance. It was one time in the match where he literally delivered a super kick to everybody. The last one to Velveteen Dream off the top rope. Killian Dane. Everybody looked good in this match. And that's why I say NXT just does it better. If you are a wrestling fan, this is 9 times out of 10 the programming that you're watching. Also over the weekend, just a little side note, Keith Lee was in a performance match with, I believe Cassius Ohno down there at the weekend, WrestleMania weekend exposure. You know, when they do that thing, everybody have a live meet and greet. Keith Lee was one of the featured acts. So big shout out to Keith Lee, fan of the Indies. You know me. Definitely a big guy that can move in the ring. So no, nothing but a shout out to Keith Lee. But definitely great match. Would I went with Adam Cole? Yes. I don't see any problem with going with Adam Cole because he's the next best talker you have on this program as far as NXT. It's him and Aleister Black would be my next best pick. Moving on to the women's match. I'm not going to hold you guys. I went to the bathroom. I'm not really invested in either woman. Shayna Baszler is too green. I like Ember Moon, but I just hate her gimmick. So, nothing against her wrestling style, but her gimmick is shit. So, it was an okay match. Of course, Shayna Baszler comes out with the win on top of her game, the new NXT Women's Champion. And you pretty much seen this coming. I feel as though Ember Moon's reign as champion was just more like a paperweight. It was there. You see it. You use it when you need it. Yeah, I feel like you're going to get a little bit more from Shayna Baszler, being the fact that she's already in the press with the Ronda Rousey association. So, it wouldn't surprise me if you catch a Shayna Baszler in the women's WrestleMania Royal Rumble this Sunday because of her win here at NXT Takeover New Orleans. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that match. I really did not care. Again, the one thing that I say about NXT and wrestling in general, I still think that they haven't found a proper way to book a predominant woman in I guess they're going for a airy baby face in Ember Moon. But I just don't see it. I think Ember Moon is more suited for a small program with your B players, with your Baileys and your Beckys, but I can see her going in the ring. I just don't see her. Do I strap the rocket to her and make her my face of the women's division? I couldn't see that. I wouldn't have did that. That's my opinion. I think you would have had more upside with her holding the title for a little bit, giving it to Kairi Sane. I think Kairi Sane and Shayna Baszler would have told a better story, especially going into WrestleMania. Nothing against Ember. I just think Ember Moon, her delivery of shit is horrible. Horrible. It's so scripted and just watered down. There's no emotion behind what she's doing. And I think that's why she doesn't connect with me. So, moving on, the match, clearly, the match of the night. I'm giving it match of the night just because of the turn. I love this heel turn for Roderick Strong. If any character needed it in NXT, it was Roderick Strong. The Authors of Pain versus the Undisputed Era, Roderick Strong and Pete Dunne for the Tag Team Championships. Not only are they fighting for the Tag Team Championships, they're going after the Dusty Rhodes Classic. So, whoever wins this match is a heavy hitter in NXT. But, again, my mindset, Adam Cole, you couldn't have told me Adam Cole was going to win based off of the shit that happened in the ladder match. But the way they kept Adam Cole strong, they put him through a table immediately, which, again, Kyle O'Reilly was out there, the one-man band. It was one point where I think it was Razor Akam gave him a back body drop. He no-sells it, jumps up, makes a bunch of noise, and just passes outside of the ring. And, that normal stick for Kyle O'Reilly, if you're a fan of the Indies, you know who Kyle O'Reilly is. For a member of Red Dragon. And I was about to say former member of Red Dragon. Him and Bobby Fish. But I'm liking what they're doing with Undisputed. I think that's one of the best things to do with Roderick Strong, who really has no gimmick. Adam Cole is the cocky, arrogant asshole. Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish is his backup crew. I think this will help propel Roderick Strong to that next level. I really think that. I really, really think that, because You know, he's good on the mic. He's a believable wrestler. The messiah of the backbreaker. I mean, come on. You know, what I would do with Razor and A, it's time to move them up to the main roster. If they're not challenging Braun Strowman and whoever his mystery partner is by Monday Night Raw, this upcoming Monday, I would be surprised and shocked. They should definitely be moving up pretty soon. Pete Dunne, I hear announcements that, and we'll definitely go over it this weekend. I'll give you guys a little bit of extra JP. But I'm hearing rumors that they're having another United Kingdom tournament. And I'm assuming at the end of this tournament, the winner gets to challenge Pete Dunne for the WWE United Kingdom Championship. So there's a lot there for Pete Dunne to do. You know, he has to get ready for this tournament. We don't know really the backlash of what's going to happen from here with him and Roderick Strong. I would like to see them in a small feud going into NXT Takeover Brooklyn 3. And I think this is the last time they're at Brooklyn. So I would love to see that feud happen. Moving on, the NXT Championship match between Andrade Cien and Aleister Black. Black was on fire. He starts the match off. He does this fucking over the top, over your head top move. You know, when he does the moonsault and then folds. I think he went to the second rope and he should have hit the first rope, but he hit the mat pretty fucking hard. Then made the crowd pop and started off the match pretty good. I like the back and forth between Andrade and Aleister Black. Andrade is a very believable heel character. And, you know, you won't find too many Mexican performers, and this is just my opinion, with that amount of believability. Now, I'm hearing that Alberto Del Rio, also known as Alberto El Patron, has left his contract in Impact Wrestling, which means he basically did a walkout. If that's the case, it would not surprise me if Alberto Del Rio comes back to some type of capacity in the WWE. If it's not, now I doubt he would go to NXT because, you know, all the stuff that he said about Triple H, but that would probably be your next best Mexican star in Andrade Cien. Move Andrade up and put him, I wouldn't even put him nowhere near the cruiserweights. I think he's more of a SmackDown Live guy. And of course, with this roster shakeup coming, it's going to be a little, you can move some pieces around and still get the same results. But great match here. Andrade was on top of his game all night. Even Selena Vega was getting interfering and trying to get the better of Aleister Black, but seems to be too much. Aleister Black, let me go take you guys to the last couple of minutes here. Aleister Black seamlessly sees Selena Vega on the top rope, look like she's going for a hammerlock DDT with the legs. Freaking Selena, after a near fall with Andrade and Black, Selena climbs up to the top rope. Black stands up, but Andrade is dealing with the referee. He ends up pushing the referee out the way. Selena jumps in the air. Andrade catches her. Aleister Black dips Selena and then turns around and hits Andrade with the black mass. Now, again, Andrade, I think you still got a lot to do with Andrade on NXT. Don't get it messed up. I think Andrade should be feuding with Johnny Wrestling to see who is the next number one contender for the title. Now, there's no word of Drew McIntyre coming back quite yet, but I would have to believe he should be back in ring shape by the time NXT Takeover Brooklyn happens. If that's the case, I wouldn't mind seeing a three-way between Andrade Cien, Johnny Wrestling, and Drew McIntyre. That would be my second pick on how I would do this. But as far as Black is concerned, Black, his character is NXT. I don't think they should move him quite yet. If it was me, Black would be the undefeated streak. Black would be the man to beat in NXT. And at this point, I don't see, outside of Ricochet and EC3 right now, who else can you have go against Black? They got a nice, healthy roster right now. But again, how long is this healthy roster going to last? And that's all that I can say about that. Moving on to our final contest of the night. Very, it was worth the main event push. Know that. Know that Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa, these two guys, you can feel that there's genuine love there, that this is my brother type love. Like, you know, not too many people can say that they have that type of camaraderie with another person that's not blood related. And you can see that these two guys actually care about each other. But with all that being said, these two guys beat the living piss out of each other. And I don't know why the fuck Ciampa goes so hard as he does. By the end of this match, Ciampa's eye was damn near closed shut. His body was all types of different fucking colors. Same with Johnny Gargano. But Johnny Gargano, as fucked up as he was, did not take as many bumps as Ciampa. Ciampa took a bump where, again, I'm going to take you to the scene. He pulls back the goddamn mat so you can have exposed floor. Of course, you know, wrestling works in threes. I'm setting this up for me to be placed on it. So normally they have a little interaction. Fast forward, you have Johnny Gargano literally going over top of him. It looked like Ciampa was setting up for a white noise, but Johnny Gargano turned it into a powerbomb off the apron onto an exposed floor. Okay, not only that, these two, you can see the trust that they have with each other. Another bump that Ciampa took that I didn't really like was the, I believe the suplexed off the announce table. I think Ciampa hit his head a little bit there, really fucked him up, because halfway through the match, he was loopy. So, I don't, you know, just go back and watch the match. You can see how fucked up he really was. But I think the match could have did better. Definitely an emotional contest between these two competitors. But it gave you that feeling of a WrestleMania match. And this is why I stress strongly, when you do Ciampa and Johnny too, it should be for the Cruiserweight Championship, because it tells its own story. Everybody's already firmly behind Johnny Gargano. I haven't seen this much fan support for a vanilla midget since Daniel Bryan. And I can only call him that because, again, he's small and he's a vanilla midget, but that doesn't make him less of a wrestler. That doesn't make him less of a performer. That's all I'm saying. Some people can carry on to the next step, but you know, if I had to pick out of the two, I would pick Johnny. Johnny is ready to move up to that next level, but he just earned his job back in NXT. So what I would do, move up Ciampa. I can't have you two guys around. Let Ciampa win the Cruiserweight Championship, and then when Johnny moves up sometime after the summer, you have Johnny and Ciampa take you through the winter. That's my opinion of it. And especially with the announcements of the 205 Live Cruiserweight Tag Team Championships, these are the guys that you would like to see with the Cruiserweight Championships as far as the Tag Team Cruiserweight Championships, because all teams get back together. These two guys are brothers, so it wouldn't surprise me. But for the most part, that is it. I advise you guys to go see. Oh, Johnny Gargano won, and my pick was Johnny. So you know, I didn't see why they wouldn't do that. Also, my pick was Aleister Black. I was going Roderick Strong and Pete Dunne only because I didn't see why you wouldn't let them win the Tag Team Championships. Give Bobby Fish time to rest. I think you might be overusing Adam Cole a little bit, but given the spot and the weekend that he was in, you know, you got CCW around the corner, you got Ring of Honor around the corner doing so much stuff. I understand the match and how they went out and how they laid all the matches out and why they laid it out like that. Because I think you would get a better performance without all the body shots and the throwing somebody off of this from WrestleMania, because it's WrestleMania. This is more for the wrestling fan. Everything that you've seen here tonight is what wrestling was about back in the 90s. So, you know, that's my opinion. But I'm JP the Outlaw. I got a funeral to go to today, guys, but I'll be back with more news and rumors. We have the announcement of the UK title, UK Championship title tournament, which I think Pete Dunne will be defending his title at the end of it. Also, Alberto El Patron leaving a straight no call, no show on Impact Wrestling. We'll give you more details on that as well. Yeah, so much more going on the show. I wish you guys the best of days. It is Sunday. I will talk to you guys soon. I will actually talk to you guys later with, again, news and rumors and also my review of WrestleMania 34. Peace and grease. I'm JP Outlaw, and I'm out.